Welcome back to News 360. This is Mission, and tonight on Mission, we focus our searchlight on the fisheries sector. This edition of Mission is funded by USAID from the American people. This evening, we'll take you to Assini in the Western region, where school children skip classes to engage in fishing. Intervention by stakeholders to check the exploitation of children in coastal communities is yet to yield the desired results. My colleague Stanley Nibleo reports.
Ghana's Children's Act bars the exploitation. This is also entrenched in the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of Children. However, in many coastal communities in Ghana, issues of child labor are often overlooked. Assini in the Jomoro municipality is not an exception. Here, many children abandon school to engage in fish-related activities at the shore. On some occasions, they go for fishing themselves. While the news team was at the shore, we chanced on 12-year-old Class 3 pupil Shadrach. He, with two other friends, have skipped classes and are engaged in fishing. With a piece of a monofilament net, they carry out the activities in earnest. They told us they have already earned 30 cedis from their first catch. Some fish processors were waiting to buy their next catch while they continued fishing. The available market for Shadrach and his friends compels them to keep abandoning school for fishing. Shadrach tells the news team he uses part of the proceeds to buy educational materials for school.
But oh, my make for papa no, me no ocean. Come on up for no ban or molo.
That jailer can mean for no squammy. No, I'm turning capia.
The moment again.
Tomorrow, Susu, and I can be Susu and I Christmas roll. Mata will cafe, bag and loco.
He, however, acknowledges what he does is dangerous.
I'm poor near Gan. Mo bomoje gwan bomoji and bad bioshi come to wamani and benum nambashpon
ona ene me fe ne me no oban show na ko ban obafe
and tamen no show bashpon fi no imba.
He tells us his parents support what he does, but we could not confirm because they were not home during our visit. Apart from Shadrach and his friends, many other children are also into this. Some fishermen were concerned.
Me, I feel bad for them because they need to stay home and study and learn something in the home. So if there's any homework and whatever, they can do it, but the children will leave them to roam about.
Perpetual is a teacher in one of the government schools in the community. She is equally worried about the trend.
When I came, I didn't know this place was a fishing community, so sometimes the kids will come nicely. Especially during the fishing season, they will not come. When you ask, they will say that they are going to hustle for money. A class 1 pupil going to hustle. I didn't understand, so I followed them to that place one day and I saw these kids over there with their nets fishing for themselves, and I asked why. And one of them told me that they are doing that to help their parents. And I was like, why? Why would you even leave classroom and go there? And they will be like, madam, if we don't go, we will not eat. And this has been the biggest problem in this town. Sometimes you'll be writing exams, you will not even get them. You would have to chase them, you will be teaching, and they will leave. When they hear that the canoe has come to the shore, they will just leave classroom. They will tell you, madam, we are going to urinate, madam, we are going to toilet then. That is all, they will not even come back.
For the Jomoro Municipal Chief Executive, Louisa Ade, It is important for parents to understand the dangers involved in allowing their children to take such risks, which also affect their growth and development.
It is natural for children to go into what their parents do, but I'm asking, there is time for everything. For us as an assembly, some of these things will get to us, but the whole problem begins from the home. If we are not able to uproot it from there, I will go there and do all the necessary education. As soon as I move away from the coastal area, the parents will call their children to the shore. One thing I want parents that are involved in fishing business to know is that a time is coming that you will grow old. And this is Africa, this is Ghana, where we have always said that your parents will take care of you for your teeth to begin to show. And then when they are also growing, you take care of them. So the one that is going to take care of them, how well have you prepared that individual? That's your children. I beg them. All of us, we have parents who were farmers. I was going to the farm, but that one was not distracting my academic work.
Assistant Manager of the Fisheries Commission in Jomoro, Isaac Frimpong, further proposed tough sanctions to address child labor and its related issues.
We need to bring the leaders on board to help us, or we all together sit down, decide. Because I know as part of this project, we've had engagements on some of these things that are happening in the communities. So probably we can come out with some bylaws to regulate some of these things in the community.
As the Sustainable Development Goal 4 promotes quality education and lifelong learning for all, it will be imperative for stakeholders to commit to their children's welfare and safety at all times and take prudent steps towards their retention in school.